If a stranger in a coffee shop asked you, "When has God shown up in your life?" you might find the question a little odd. But if you paused, chances are you'd have a story to tell. At St. Mark's, we believe God is at work everywhere, and everyone has a God encounter story. Inspired by StoryCorps, this Lent we're introducing GodCorps, an opportunity to record a short interview and share an experience of God at work in your life. We'd love to hear your story.
Well, hi.
Hello.
Father Jonathan here with Jeffrey Wilsey. Jeffrey, I'm looking forward to this. Tell us a turning point moment in your life that you know that God was involved in.
I grew up in a family of Methodists, multiple generations. So I was always in an environment of spiritual, religious concern. When I went to college, I had the opportunity to be invited to an Episcopal church in Columbia, Missouri. And when I went to the first Eucharist and saw the presence of Christ in the sacraments, felt and experienced it, I knew immediately that that's where I wanted to be.
Whoa.
I wanted to be in that environment. So,
how old were you then?
I was 18.
Okay, so as an 18-year-old young man starting out life, I mean, can I ask some questions here? I got questions.
Sure, absolutely.
What about it impacted you? What were you seeing that suddenly you're like, I need this?
The presence of the holy and the sacred in the world, the sacramental reality of life, was not something that was part of my religious upbringing.
Okay.
We had what you would have as a Methodist, the gospel, the preaching of the gospel, community, but that sacramental presence was not a part of my experience within the Methodist Church.
Okay.
So it was a great environment. It was very supportive. It was my family, but that sacredness of the material world was something that
So the actual physical host and wine, is that right? Am I hearing you right?
Experiencing the holy in a place through the material world, the sacrament.
Unbelievable. Okay.
And suddenly,
You might be the deepest 18-year-old I've ever heard of.
or the most susceptible.
I mean,
But
that realization that you're thinking about mattering, and it mattered to you as a young man. I haven't heard a lot of that.
And I think for me, my understanding of the world changed. It became more incarnational.
Really?
That God was present in the world. That he was
Because of the sacrament.
That he was manifest in the sacrament, but more broadly, it expanded my understanding of God being present in the world.
Yes.
That he is part of the material world. That this is in a certain sense God's body. And so my relationship with nature expanded, my understanding of being in nature, in the natural world. My desire to be in wild places, in the woods, led me then to meet other people who were having who were in traditions that also had that view. I met indigenous people. As part of my college education, I got involved with the Crow tribe.
Okay.
And I was able to attend sun dances, which is within their world a profound expression of the sacramental nature of the world. So participating in, not participating as an active participant, but being present and seeing that spiritual reality of other peoples and other ways within the world.
And that all started with you
going
into this church. I mean, and you had any experience in the Episcopal Church?
None.
So you just wander in, and this guy's up there that you don't know doing communion.
Yeah.
And he elevates the host and the bread. I mean, the host and the wine. Mm-hmm. And for you, you're like, this is it.
Yes. And I perhaps the orderliness of it appealed to me.
Okay.
The de-emphasis that on personality that occurs in a liturgical environment, but really being in the real presence is something that I experienced somehow at that moment, and that took me into the Episcopal Church. I joined that summer. I went back to Gary to be with my family for the summer, and I went to Christ Church in Gary, Indiana, and Father Jim Curtis was there, and that summer, towards the end of the summer, I was confirmed by Bishop Klein over in South Bend.
Wow, I mean, what a profound moment. I mean, it changed everything.
It did change everything. It was just very important for me to, I don't know, when I was a kid, I think kids growing up, you have your experiences that it can be more or less confusing or anxiety producing. I was growing up in an anxiety producing family situation, and the people who were service-oriented, who were servants, who were prayerful people, provided a refuge for me. I just instinctively was attracted to those people, wanted to be around them. Again, I had Methodist ministers in my family. That was my tradition. But to be able to go to a liturgical environment where all of that was expressed so directly reoriented my religious life. Wow. And yeah, so that was my encounter.
You know what's fun to me? I mean, we've done a little life here, and I feel like we've shared some real important moments of our lives together, and we've talked personally a number of times. This story feels so big that I'm like, how did I not know this story? Like, this feels massive. I mean, this is like sort of the earthquake moment.
Yeah, wanting to be, for me it was, and it has persisted, is wanting to be in the presence of the holy. Wow. Wanting to be in as much as I can be, well, without sounding too inflated here, wanting to be around the eternal, the holy, the sacred, and being able to see that in the world. And the gateway for me was the sacramental presence as vehicled by the liturgy in the Episcopal Church.
I don't think there's anything inflated about that whatsoever. Yeah. I think we are attracted by design, by our Creator, to want to be around that. And so the fact that you encountered that without any context in the Episcopal Church through the specific sacrament of communion, there's a part of me that thinks that's exactly right. That's exactly by design, by God's design, not ours, not human design. He knew from the dawn of time that you were going to wander in and have your life changed.
And of course, then the other sacraments are echoes and other examples of that type of presence. And I've always been attracted to it. It has always been very meaningful to me.
Gosh, thanks for sharing this story.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening to this episode of St. Mark's Episcopal Church, GodCore. If you would like to record one of these episodes and tell your story about how you've experienced God, please use the link in the notes to schedule your time. We look forward to hearing your story, and we hope that you continue to tune in to hear ours. Thank you, and God bless you.